play the whole. Now, first of all, I showed them to you. They're here. We are in C now, and they start with the E and the C, and it goes down to the white neighbor, F and D. But it's a mixed neighborhood, so we go to our black neighbors now, and to F sharp and D sharp, and again to G and E. Again, C and E, or E and C, F and D, F sharp and D sharp, and we end on G and E. Now, as with all licks and all old school patterns, they can be played as a whole, or they can be played just partially. Sometimes we just play a part of a lick, and it's as often as if we play the whole thing. Now, when we play them as a whole, it would sound like this one. You see, we play all of them in one row, down and up. Practice this with me so that you have those in your hands. Good. Good. Now that we did that, we did another thing. We dissolved them. It's also very, very nice, and it sounds like this. Or as triplets. Or nice one, huh? So what we do here is we can either play just like that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Or we can use the other note to start it. We started now with this, we can play. You see, music is a playground, especially if you're improvising. You can try all sorts of things, and we can play them down. And we can play them as triplets. Show that in slow motion. First three. Then we have this one. Then we have this one. Then we have this one. The pairs always stay the same. Just the one, the downbeat is changing. Like here we have the downbeat here. 1, none, none. Then we have this one, the upper note as the downbeat. 1, none, none. 2, 2, 2. Then we have this one as downbeat. 3, 3, 3. Then we have this one as downbeat. 4, 4, 4. This time we start up here, then we start down, then we start up, then we start down. Because this happens because it's a rhythm of 3, so it's not symmetrical, it's always swapping. And down. So now we have the two major ways of playing this lick in full beauty. Of course, we have this also in like really all the famous licks you know and you you're craving to play, for example. And we're ending on falling back into the C, and these are sixths from our pattern. I give you a couple of examples because this is really one of the most important, most often ways to play it. Or whatever you can play. Or just easy, simple. More, you want more? It's so familiar, this sound, to you, isn't it? And then we have a great sound with the sixth note that you all know. You just did not know that the sixths are behind it. Imagine I'm coming from the dominant, from G7. And let's have a look at this. So we're starting on the G and the E, and it's again our triplets. We're starting with the lower one. Then you take the second finger to the G flat, going to the next sticks. Then we have the first finger on the F, fifth finger on the D, and then you can do from here something like or and I hear this all the time. Like just recently, last week, I've heard when I was writing down a solo, he played it in a lick. I forgot how it was, like something like this. So it's really everywhere. It's really great to know this little thing. Another one I would like to show you before I give you a couple of examples to play along is another sixth that when we play the G, for example, we're coming again, let's say we play our 2-bar C, and now we're going to the dominant, and that's lovely. We're coming from C and we're right just before we go to G, 1 and 2 and 3. Now we are here on the C bar, 1 and 2 and 3, and we use again our sixth sound, but to go in a very, very smooth and melodic way to the G7. You see, this is again one of our six, remember? This one is also the 7 of G and the 5th of G when we are on G7. So it's a beautiful way to go from C to G. In this case, we left out the subdominant, which you can also do. Nobody tells you you have to play the subdominant F always, and our more archaic old form is of course without the subdominant. So many boogies and many blueses have been played without the subdominant, and then we are more at peace. We have more time to play around the G. let's test if what happens if we use the F also. Yeah, I think I also do it. It's not as nice, but it always works if you play it a little bit faster. So now you know the major sounds. Just partially, just one. Just playing these three. Here also, I start from these and want to go to F. And then of course I don't play the E now because we're in F7, replace it with this one, which is also a sixth. It's a major sixth, right? So. Now. Now. Let's just repeat. Okay, play the whole. Why not extend these six? Oh my goodness. Sun is shining all of a sudden. The sixth, and we just go chromatically the sixth until we are on the 7 here, on the 9 here. It's a very nice trick to add the 7. We could do it like this, which then has a stronger leading to the F, or we do it with the 6. Always remember, is one thing that students often miss out: the possibility of repetition. And it's not just an opportunity, or not just a possibility, it's an imperative, you know. With repetition comes energy and comes emotion, you know. All of you, or many of you, just want to play all the stuff different notes, but listen to this. Safe landing. Yeah. Here. What did I do here? Here, but played a little bit of dissolving and then played them simultaneously. It's a playground and you're the child. Be a child again. Feels great. Okay, where was I? Okay. Here. And this one just before. Here they are. Here. Just hook a little C in between and we have something very different. repeating. And now we're going down. Let's just do the same again. Now, here, same old sixth. And the whole thing. What else can we do? Starting here, coming from the ground floor. Again. Repetition. We want to resolve now. We want to resolve now. And here we go. Want, resolve, want, resolve. One and just added a note in the middle, but the outer voices are 6. Do, do, do. Again. And now, lovely falling into the sea. That was it, the beautiful sound, melodious sound, and one of the basic, most important elements of nowadays blues piano, one of the giants. Take care, I hope you learned something, and hopefully see you in my next tutorial. Bye bye. I hope you liked my video and that you learned something. Now you can subscribe. Just press this subscribe button or click on another of my videos on this side. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.